recent controversial replacement of the 3 Columbus ships with the steel pan. Do you have an opinion?
Of course I have an opinion. I'm a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago that has studied history. So, 3 things. First, we can't change our history. Our history is our history. And if those 3 ships never arrived here, we wouldn't be the nation that we are today. And that's revisionist history, is going back and trying to make the history different from what it actually was. The fact is, that's an integral part of the history. We don't have to like it. We don't have to believe that he was a good man. We don't have to even think that he had noble cause or noble intent. But the fact is, that is an integral part of our history. If you want to go to the steel pan, that's another point. So there are 2 great Caribbeanists, Jean Besson and Barry Chavans. They were both in Mona campus, and then Jean Besson went to Goldsmith in England, who looked at the Caribbean from all kinds of very important perspectives. And their key for interpreting the region was what they call culture building within the Caribbean. So the way you see something that has built culture, that is where we have to focus our eyes on. What didn't come from Africa, what didn't come from India, what didn't come from the first people, what didn't come from any of the ancestrals. And the steel pan is that. It is unique to us as a symbol, and as a symbol of who we are. Out of a dustbin, a musical instrument was born in the 21st century. And that is us. We were discarded, we were not thought of as important, but a musical instrument was born. And that musical instrument is played all over the world, and it can play every type of music. That's us. Hybridity is what we really bring to the stage, because we were hybrid long before Columbus arrived. And that steel pan is a great symbol of hybridity. Now, having said all of that, the real question is what we do next. And that's important. Left to me, I would put the ships in the ocean. You know, just below where they are, there's an ocean. In a coat of arms, I would bring the ships into the ocean. And that's where they should be, at sea. And then, yes, if you want to put the steel pan there, because that is a symbol. And you can't tell me that's not East Indian, and that's not First People, and that's not this and that's not that. Because when I check Jit Samaru and a lot of the great arrangers are East Indian. And a lot of the great players are East Indian. So that's one thing that binds the whole country together. And I think it was this year we had in the children's panorama, that it was a Hindu school that I think won, if I'm not mistaken, or came very high. So we can't claim that is not this race and not that race. Okay, good. So having said that, now we have the most difficult and vexing problem. How do you go about spending the kind of money it would cost to do this little change? And that's really the vexing problem. We have poor people in this country starving. We have people in communities that are underserved. We have schools that are derelict because they have no money to fix a school. We have institutions failing because they don't have money for this and money for that. So you have to now justify how do you spend, and I mean, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to rebrand the country. And that is the one that is, to me, the most troubling part of all of this. The philosophy, I see it. The practicality, I don't know how you do that. For instance, everybody's passport, that's 1 million passports, everybody's driver's license, and are you going to charge us? Or are we going to get it for free? Everybody's birth certificate, all the buildings, all the money, that's a huge cost.